to my co-researchers. We are YUM students of Bio National High School Senior High School, Section Witness. We are here today to present our research proposal entitled The Practice of Solid Waste Management in Bio National High School Senior High School. But before that, let me first introduce myself and my co-researchers. I am Sarah Jeannie Cor.
I am Junami Dikla.
I am Jasper Gonzon.
I am Jermaine Cabo. I am Jennifer Sadrit. I am Lishelin Martonia.
And I am Angelina Lisondra.
As we all know, human waste can contribute to the significance of health, to the community, especially to our environment. On the other hand, our school is the second home, and it constitutes the next most important place of learning, where we students spend most of our precious time in both indoor and outdoor activities, which we learn new things. Problems persist in school activities despite of numerous efforts to implement a policy on solid waste management. Furthermore, in Bio National High School Senior High School, problems of solid waste management are evident too. Scattered waste can be seen anywhere inside the school, and proper segregation was not strictly followed due to the management implementation. Thus, one concrete way by which students should develop their value of caring for the earth, to ensure that they are taught the right attitude and behavior towards the waste they generate. And for the statement of the problem, here is Ms. Lisondra.
We as a researcher, we aim to know or to provide an analysis on how Bio National High School, Senior High School complies with the goal of solid waste management program. We also have gathered some information from the respondents or to intend to know the following level of solid waste management, which are the disposal, reuse, recycle, reduction, and prevention, and the significant difference between the perception of the staffs and students in managing solid waste in Bio National High School, Senior High School. Lastly, the outcome of Bio National High School, Senior High School students related to the performance in managing solid waste. And we hope our study may help great contribution to Bio National High School, Senior High School. Next, by our statement of the problem is the significance of the study. It will be discussed by Ms. Dekla.
For the significance of our study will help Bio National High School, Senior High School, for they will gain information about the management level of solid waste. It helps to the students to manage their waste properly. It also helps to supreme student government, wherein they will be given relevant information to their implementation of solid waste management in school. Furthermore, our research will be favorable to the students, teachers, faculty, and staff of Bio National High School, for they were the target beneficiaries of our research. And lastly, our research will raise awareness and help our future researcher to know more about the levels of solid waste management in Bio National High School, Senior High School. For the scope and delimitation, I will give the floor to Mr. Gonzon.
Yes, our study focuses and only composed of the students from the academic strand with the staff of Bio National High School, Senior High School, to determine the level of managing of solid waste and also to evaluate the level of solid waste management practices. Our study is based on waste management theory. And to further understand about this theory, here is Ms. Incabo.
This study is based accordingly to the waste management theory, which is solid waste, that has been integral consequences of human existence. Solid waste by Schindler 1998 is regarded as any rejected materials resulting from domestic activity and industrial operation for which there is no economic demand and thus must be disposed. Meaning to say that those materials that having any value should be disposed properly. According to Zero Waste International Alliance, it talks about eliminating the volume and toxicity of waste and material. Conserve and recover all resources. This theory will help in advocating precautionary measures that we undertake in our study. Thus, for all we could apply this environment to discuss the conceptual framework, here is Miss Sadren.
For our conceptual framework, the conceptual issues in our study include the practices of solid waste management are the disposal, reuse, reduce, recycling, and prevention. So for some of the terms that are conceptually and operationally defined in our study, and for the better understanding of the reader, here is Miss Martonia.
To further understand our research study, the following terms are conceptually and operationally defined. Level of solid waste management refers to the level of regulation done by the school in managing waste. Waste management, activities and actions required to manage waste from its finite. BNHS is HS, Bayawan National High School, Senior High School. Researcher, someone who perform research for knowledge, in general any synthetic investigation to establish fact. Respondent, a person who have been invited to participate a particular study and have actually taken part in the study. Disposal, a method or process in discarding or eliminating solid waste. Prevention, action taken before waste is generated to either reduce or stop the production of waste. Recycling, a process in which a material that has been used can be transformed into functional product. Reductionist is an approach in order for waste to be minimized or lessened. Reuse, practice or using waste material that has made them more valuable and useful. And those are all definition of terms in our study. Let us now listen to Miss Nicor, Mr. Guanson, and Miss Dikla for the review-related literature.
Here are some relevant studies and literature of our study. According to Mazzanti and Zuboli 2008, solid waste management has become one concern in environmental issues. According to Al-Rabani and Al-Meklafi 2009, individuals should develop their awareness, gain knowledge, and implement practice, which will guide them to more environmentally and supportive behavior. And according to Bartlett 2002, describes young people capacities as active agents in identifying problems in their surroundings.
From the study of Woolibake in the year 2010 and the findings of Haynes in the year 2016 show that the level of consistency between environmental attitudes and behaviors is affected by a person's knowledge and awareness, public verbal commitment, and his or her sense of responsibility when it comes to solid waste management. According to Haley in the year 2010, it explained the extent of outgrowing waste problem and examine waste and recycling practices for households and includes many tips on how to reduce, reuse, and recycle. According to the New Jersey Wastewise Business Network in the year 2013, recycling is well known for its environmental benefits. It keeps many tons of materials out of the waste stream, thereby helping environmental cleanly.
According to Reuse Development Organization 2017, Reuse advocate and promote local community so with social programs while providing cleanliness and waste management. According to the United States Environmental Protection Agency, the reduction is the most effective ways you can save natural resources, protect the environment, and save money. And lastly, according to Gintel et al. 2011, Waste generation prevention is a measurable indicator regarding the environment, human health, quality of life, and the society. And we will now move to Chapter 3 of our research methodology, which will be discussed by Ms. Sadred.
For our research design, descriptive correlational design is likely to begin with questions. Our study as a researchers wants to find out what is the level of solid waste management practices of Bio 1 National High School, Senior High School, and also to address the problems of our study and achieve its purpose. Descriptive correlational research design was applied. So for the further informations about our source of data, here is Ms. Martonia.
Our study was composed of students and staff of Bio 1 National High School, Senior High School. We use quota sampling techniques since our respondents are just selected only. Thus, 50 respondents were selected from several subgroups of different grade level. For the instrumentation and data collection, here is Ms. Lisondra.
As a researcher, we use and prepare questionnaire for the respondents to answer, together with some data. Our questionnaire employs with 5-point scale. 5 is the highest and 1 is the lowest. Our questionnaire covers up only one part, and it was structured into 5 components, which are the disposal, reuse, recycle, reduce, and the prevention. Each component had a purpose of collecting information from school students and staff to achieve usable data that would give an overview of the current state of understanding in managing solid waste in Bio 1 National High School, Senior High School. That was our research proposal entitled The Practice of Solid Waste Management in Bio 1 National High School, Senior High School. That's all, and thank you.